Alright guys, I just really quickly wanted to review the if-then statements on Scratch. So if you remember from last time, I showed you if-then statement. So currently what I have now is a game where I have a character generator here. I'm going to click a start button. I'm going to have a question banner pop up and ask a question, and that will allow them to select a head shape, which I haven't got done yet. I got the arrows done here, and the scrolling text, and the banner. So I'm going to put it like right here. It's going to need to be obviously on the sprite you have. For, in my case, I'm going to just do it on the banner sprite. It's going to ask a question, and then the idea is if they ask a question and answer this math problem right, it will unlock the arrows to select the head shape. So before I do my if then, I'm just going to bring out a question, and you can put a blank question in sometimes. So there's that now. Now this isn't going to do anything if I hit it. However, it makes it blank versus, typing a question in, because I want to use this is my question up here and this is the answer. If I had something typed in, and I can't really, sorry. There we go. It's saying something up there when I do that, so you don't want that. And so I'm just going to leave it blank. So this banner's here, and it's going to ask a blank question. And then this is where my if-then statement comes in. Now, it's over in control. And I'm going to use an if-then-else. Like a lot of times, you're probably going to use if-then-else statements. So I'm going to just put it there. Now, most of the time, this is going to be used for like the equals block or answer or whatever you need done. So if then else. So if something happens, then this would happen. Otherwise, else, what's going to happen? So if I don't answer this right, what's going to happen down here? So let me put in the blocks to make it make a little bit more sense. So I'm going to drag out equals because I want it to be an exact answer. So I know that the answer to this is 8. So I'm going to say the answer right there, and you get that in sensing as well. If the answer equals 8, then I would... this is where like the next question would go after I do the showing and the hiding of the sprite and the head shape and all that good stuff. This is where that would go. Let's concentrate on else. So if my answer is not 8, what should happen? Well, I know that if it's not 8, I don't want the banner to disappear, and I don't want the question to disappear, and I don't want to be able to select these arrows. So I'm going to use my else to just say, hey, if the answer is not 8, you're going to play a sound, and you're just going to ask the question again. So I'm just going to bring out the question again. I'm going to definitely want to ask a question again. And I'm also going to play a sound to make you kind of know you got it wrong, and I'm going to probably change the color banner as well. So I have that there, but I'm going to want to use in events, I'm going to want to use repeat in control, sorry. You're going to want to use repeat until. Put that in there, and then again, I'm just going to drag in this repeat until the answer is 8. So what this says is, hey, I'm going to ask a question, and if the answer is 8, we'll do something there. However, if the answer is not 8, I'm going to play a sound and ask the question again until the answer is 8. So repeat until the answer is 8. So watch this. If I put in a different thing, and you can't hear the sound, but it'll play a sound, and it's going to keep asking this question until I put the right answer in. Then we can do some other stuff with it. But that's a good use of the if then else statement, which you will need in your games. You're going to need a lot of if then else's and things like that, okay? Now up here, I have to put some sort of trigger, okay? So that's going to be dependent on what your game needs. So it might be a green flag, it might be a when sprite clicked, or when backdrop switches to, things like that. In here, make sure you know that you can use different operators. You can use like less than, you can use ands, you can use pick random, you can use, just a plus, minus, multiplication, and division. You can join two things together. There's a lot of different stuff you can do, and it's going to be dependent on your games, all right? But the main if then else, just remember the format is it's a trigger. If something happens, then this part will happen. Otherwise, if this does not work, the else will happen.